I grew up in a family that valued self-reliance and self-sufficiency. My parents were both children of the Great Depression. They knew what it was like to grow up without things like food. My mom took a page from Gone with the Wind and made the dress for her senior prom herself out of somebody else's curtains. My dad had an old Model T, and he was on his way to a job one day, and it broke down on top of a mountain out in central Pennsylvania in a thunderstorm. So he pushed the car to the side of the road and rebuilt the engine right there on the side of the road in a thunderstorm. Self-reliance, self-sufficiency. So I'm not telling you my humble root story. I'm not running for office. I'm just trying to let you know where I'm coming from when I say that we didn't like to rely on anybody for anything. My dad came home from World War II, didn't take advantage of the GI Bill. When I started, when I graduated from school, I started my own business because I never wanted to have to rely on anybody. And then God said, ha! And in 2008, I was diagnosed with a pretty nasty version of leukemia. The doctor said I was going to be in the hospital for 30 days. And at the end of 30 days, I was either going to be dead or cured. Spoiler alert. They gave me massive doses of chemo. And I'm always surprised to find out that people don't really understand what chemotherapy is. What it really is a massive game of chicken. They give you huge doses of poison in the hopes that it kills the cancer before it kills you. One of the drugs they gave me was called daunorubicin, and this stuff is so toxic, so poisonous, that if you got a drop of it on your skin, it would just eat the flesh away. The other drug they gave me every day for 10 weeks was arsenic. And I know two things about arsenic. One is on the periodic table of elements, and the other is that my grandfather had a box of it in his garage, and on the box was the skull and crossbones for poison, and a picture of a dead rat, because it was rat poison. So that got me thinking. And when you're in the hospital for 30 days, you have a lot of time to think. Who was the first person to say yes to this? Who was the poor, sorry SOB who was so desperate that one day they came to him and said, listen, we're out of options. We want to try rat poison. And they said, sure, why not? Who is the second person? Who is the 10th person, the 50th person, the 100th person? Because to figure out dosage on something like that, you have to test everything on a lot of people. Who are these people I owe for my life? Who took the bullet for me? We had Memorial Day and we have Veterans Day to honor the people who protect us. That's as it should be. And when we lose a firefighter or a police officer, we honor their memory. And that's as it should be. But there are tens of thousands of faceless people who took one for the team, for all of us, to fight cancer. And the face should be on a mountain. The name should be on a wall somewhere. I want to know, I want a name. As somebody who never wants to owe anybody, I want a name. I want to know where to send the thank you card. We have this idea of the rugged individual in this country, the do-it-yourselfer, and that's great. But we all stand on the shoulders of giants. We all got here with somebody's help. And for that, I'm grateful. Thanks.